we were somewhat amused by the reference to the confidential report because the specific report was one that we presented to the Environmental Protection Agency some 20 years ago. Our issue with its use in the New York Times article is references or language in that report pulled out of context so as to suggest that there was a pending threat to public health and to the environment from radioactive material produced through the drilling process and accumulated in what's called the produced water, the water that comes back from the drilling operation. Now, it's true that what is called NORM, or naturally occurring radioactive material, can be generated through the drilling process and found in produced water. Naturally occurring radioactive material is just that, naturally occurring. It's found in quarries, it's found in some basements, particularly in areas where homes are constructed in areas where there's a lot of rock or stone close to the surface. There are a lot of other industries, the so-called basic industries, that encounter NORM, or naturally occurring radioactive material. The issue is, the issue of a potential risk to public health is presented if such material is gathered or concentrated, which can happen, say, in certain liquids processing, such as can occur in our industry, where you've got scale that develops in the interior of pipes. And when and if that occurs, the piping is tested, and there are commonly accepted procedures to sample, to test, to gather, and to secure any concentrations of radioactive material in a way that assures the protection of the workers involved and assures protection of public health as well. In the case of drilling and discharges of produced water, discharges that I will say would be only through a permit process, you don't have concentrations of this material. You're going to have some trace amounts, yes, but probably, you know, not very different from background. So we think this introduction of the question of radioactive material produced through a drilling operation was done in an alarmist way and done in a way that did not line up with the conclusions reached in the report that we submitted to EPA and that we believe they've accepted for the past 20 years.